The more you chase her, the more she runs away. The more she avoids you, the more she begins to ghost you, stops responding to your texts, your voicemails, your social media posts, whatever, right? The more you chase the girl, the more you push her away. Why is that? How come that happens, right? Because the more you pursue a girl, right, the more attention you give her, the less value she places on you. It goes back to one of the most powerful techniques that I teach in pickup called push-pull. Essentially, it's like taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, if that makes sense. Okay, so a lot of times if you see me in set, in field, approaching the girl, 1 minute I'll be like hugging on the girl, maybe dipping her, doing a little pickup artist spin on her, and all of a sudden I will just let go of her, push her off me, and I'll be like, oh, show's over. Whoa, what happened? What's wrong? Did I do something? Right? I'm initiating the push-pull. Right? It's called push-pull, or giving the girl a little bit of hot and cold. Right? Because that is what creates attraction. When you keep pushing, and all you're doing is pushing, and pursuing, and chasing, and not giving the girl any room to do any chasing of her own, you're basically ruining it for her, right? You're not giving her an opportunity to participate in the game, right? So it's no fun for her. It's boring. It's like, okay, I already know this guy wants me. I already know this guy would like marry me off if he had the opportunity, or jump in the sack with me. I already know how this movie ends. There's nothing to discover here. There's no mystery here. This guy is, more transparent than a glass of water. Right? That's boring. He's too predictable. That's the last thing that girls want, right? Is a guy who's predictable. The reason why girls go for bad boys, for example, is because they're unpredictable. The fact that they're dicks, they're jerks, they're mean to them, they're cold to them, when all these other nice guys, these thirsty baiters, are like bowing down to them, the jerks are going in the opposite direction, and they really, for the most part, treat her like crap, right? And she finds that fascinating, right? A lot of these girls find it fascinating. Oh my gosh, why is this guy saying these things to me? It's so hurtful, but oh my God, he's hot. He's so hot, right? It's not actually he's hot. It's just, the way he is not giving up his frame as a man to appease her, like many thirsty betas do, right? And in her eyes, even though the alpha bad boy, is kind of a dick, kind of a jerk, she sees that guy as somebody with what we call S&R value, survival and replication value, somebody who could potentially protect her and her babies, hypothetically, if they were in that situation together. She basically sees that guy as, quote unquote, a man, right? A man. Versus the thirsty beta who's just showering her and feeding her compliments all day long. So you have to understand, whenever you chase a girl and all you do is chase, and you don't lay off at all, and you just keep pushing, you're just going to push her away. Okay, this is not how attraction works. One of the most powerful weapons in attraction that I teach in my programs is to create tension with the girls. A lot of times I will manufacture that tension if there's no tension taking place. Like if the girl is just being a little too polite, she's just being a little too friendly, and usually that's not a good sign either. If the girl's not even shit testing you, it means that she doesn't feel like you're qualified, and you should be offended if a girl doesn't shit test you. When a girl's like being overly polite to you, like, oh, you're so sweet, you're so nice, you have to flip the script on her. You have to manufacture tension, and some easy ways are to kind of pick on the girl with something she's wearing, or maybe an accessory she has, or maybe her purse, or shoes, or clothes, or makeup, the way she did her hair, something to create that tension to where she'll fire back at you. Well, what about your hair? Your stupid hair. How much gel do you have in your hair? It's like, hey, and then you throw it back. And then now she's participating in the pickup. She's participating in the game with you. The worst thing that you could do is just sit there and just constantly just like, oh my gosh, I've got to have you. Oh, what can I do to get you out with me? And oh, you're so beautiful, and I'm so in love with you. Oh, we should get married and all this. It's all you're communicating to the girl is just how socially awkward you are, and how low value you are, and how much in scarcity you are, and how much you are not used to being around a girl of her caliber. The reason why it's easier and easier and easier to get beautiful women once you've already dated beautiful women is because the more beautiful women you date, the more these girls can just sense that off you. It's like they can smell it off you, like, oh, this guy dates some pretty hot girls. Like, ugh. You know, and then they get the sense like he's used to being around girls like me. Okay, he's used to the social pressure of talking to a beautiful girl. Right? Where he's not doing anything socially awkward or weird. He doesn't have any nervous tendencies. His eyes aren't dilating. You know, things like that that are really, really key for telling the girl that, hey, I'm in abundance. I've dated plenty of girls like you. I've had girls like you for breakfast. You're not anything special to me. Actually, I've dated hotter girls than you. So, yeah, you should feel privileged that I'm actually here trying to talk to you at all, right? That I'm giving you my time. That's the frame you should come from. But the frame that guys who are constantly pursuing girls come from, their frame is like, oh, I'm so lucky to be talking to you. Oh, yeah. You're such a princess, you know, and they're like bowing down to her, and oh my gosh, I can't believe you're actually giving me your time and space and all this. I never come at the girl like that. I feel like, you know what, she should be thankful that I'm there. As arrogant as that sounds, that's the frame you have to come at, right? Because you are the man. You are the one with the value, unless she proves otherwise, and very few of these girls will. Most of them are not going to have anything going on besides their looks, right? And I've mentioned this before, out of all the girls I've approached like that, I could count on one hand where I was wrong. They had higher value than I was. You know, and one was a girl I ended up dating was a fashion designer in LA. She was very, very wickedly smart, wickedly creative, had built like a multi-million-dollar business fashion empire, had a huge house in the Hollywood Hills. It was beautiful, and yeah, I was wrong. But just the fact that I came at her the way I did, she was blown away that I had that much confidence, because she was used to dating like, you know, like Hollywood producers. She was dating like a soap opera actor before me. And so, you know, she was pretty high value. But the fact that I came at her with so much confidence, she just bought into my frame. She was like, this guy is either somebody or he's on the road to being somebody, because he definitely thinks he is somebody. That's at least what she told me later. So she was like, yeah, I just kind of fell for you. She's like, wow, this, you know, even if he's totally full of shit and he's a nobody, he thinks he's a somebody, and he's so convincing that it's kind of like endearing. So that's what she said. She was like, it's kind of endearing. So we ended up dating for more than a few years, just kind of on and off. This was before I moved to LA, but that was a girl where even her, you know, I didn't keep chasing. I let off. I was like, okay, I'll see you when I see you, girl. I'll see you when I see you. And that attracted her more, because she was like, oh, shoot, this guy's like totally not up my ass 24/7, like most guys I meet. Right? He's not blowing up my phone, blowing me up with texts, or getting possessive at all. She's like, he's like really in his own world. She's like, he's totally in his own world. He's totally aloof. He's just totally numb to any of this Hollywood stuff I have going on. It's like he's totally just, you know, he's just totally on his own path. Right? On his own grind. And that's another thing, is when you don't have a grind, these are the low value things you're going to do. And the girl knows that too. So whenever you kind of meet a girl where all you're doing is pursuing her and chasing her, she knows that you don't have a life. That is not attractive to anybody, male or female. It's like, if you don't have a life and all you have all day to just be up somebody's ass, it's not attractive, right? You might have met guy friends like this. It's like these guys have nothing else going on, so they're like just constantly messaging you all day and calling you all day and trying to get you out like 24/7. And it's like, dude, get a job, right? Go do something with your life. Go create something out there. Go build something, right? Why do you have so much free time? Why are you always messaging me, dude? chill. Same thing with females, especially with females, right? It just communicates all the wrong things. It communicates to her that you're in scarcity. You're not used to dating women of her caliber. You're probably loading up the porn all night. You don't have friends. You don't have a social circle. You're weird. You're needy. You're clingy. You're probably possessive. You might be a stalker. You're communicating all these things to her when you don't have that social acuity and that self-awareness to know when to push and when to pull. Okay? When to push and when to back off. You have to know these things. Because the more you chase a girl, the more she's just going to run away. Okay? The more you just keep pushing, you're not pulling back ever. You're just pushing. You're just pushing her away. That's all you're doing. And if you look back on all the girls you did this with, that's exactly what happened. You never got the girl, and she might have even liked you at some point, which is even worse. It's even more sad because you had a chance with her. You might have had a legitimate shot with her, and you blew it. And this is why you need training, right? This is why you need training. You need these lessons. You need to learn this stuff so that you stop making these mistakes, because it's a very common mistake that many guys who have not learned this, like pickup or game or had any training whatsoever, it's a very common mistake that most guys make. Okay? So, stop chasing her. Give her room to chase you. Stop letting yourself sink into scarcity. Okay? Make sure you have a grind of your own so you don't make her your grind. Learn a little bit about pickup, learn a little game, and you will do fine. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from The 33 Secrets. Go ahead and smash that like button below. Do it now. Also, hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys subscribe, so please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And for all you guys who want to